Welcome, dear students. Today, our topic is we are going to discuss the questions of exercise 13.2, chapter probability for the students of class 12, subject mathematics. Here, we shall discuss about multiplication rule of probability. In exercise 13.1, we have studied about conditional probability of E, which was given that f has already occurred, which is equal to probability of E intersection f divide probability of f. So from this we can conclude that probability of E intersection f is equal to probability of f into conditional probability of E, given that f has already occurred. Similarly, we have discussed about conditional probability of f given that E has already occurred. This was also equal to probability of E intersection f divide probability of E. So which implies probability of E intersection f is equal to probability of E into conditional probability of f given that E has already occurred. So here we see that probability of f should not be equal to 0, and in second case probability of E should not be equal to 0, right? So this way, this is called, these two conditions in probability, these two rules in probability is called multiplication rule of probability, right? Now, next concept in the same exercise 13.2, we are going to discuss is about independent events. Now, first of all, what is the meaning of independent events? Here, taking the reference of multiplication rule of probability, this is the first condition. What was this? Probability of E intersection F, the result is probability of E into probability of F given that E has already occurred, right? Now what happens, suppose here E and F both are independent events. That means occurrence of the event E does not affects the occurrence of event F. E and F are independent. The meaning of this is occurrence of E does not affect the occurrence of F. So this way, what we can say, this is equal to probability of E into probability of F. So conclusion is probability of F given that E has already occurred is equal to probability of F, right? So because of this condition, the result is this: probability of E intersection F is equal to this, right? So this is called the condition for independent events. Similarly, conditional probability of E given that F has already occurred is equal to probability of E. So this is the case we apply in independent events. Throughout the exercise, this is the only case we shall apply. So now we come to the exercise. The very first question: if probability of A is equal to 3 upon 5 and probability of B is equal to 1 upon 5, find probability of A intersection B if A and B are independent events. So very simple. What is the simple thing? Because A and B are independent events, so we can write probability of A intersection B is equal to probability of A into probability of B. Now directly apply the values here. What is probability of A? This is 3 upon 5, and into probability of B is 1 upon 5. So finally we have the answer 3 upon 25. This is the desired result. Now coming to question number 2. Question number 2. Two cards are drawn at random and without replacement from a pack of 52 playing cards. Find the probability that both cards are black. So first of all, what is the meaning of probability? Probability means number of favorable outcomes divide total outcomes. So both cards should be black. Both cards are black. So first is black. Probability of first is equal to black card. Second time, second probability of second card, that is again black, right? So what we can say? We can say that this is probability of black card. How many black cards are there? There are total 26 black cards out of 52 playing cards into. Now one card is used. Out of 52 cards, we are left with only 51 cards next time. So second card we are going to draw. Even out of 26 black cards, now we are left with 25. So second choice to draw the second black cards, we have 25 choices. So this is the final answer. That means this is the final answer. We can say probability that both cards are black cards. Question number 3. A box of oranges is inspected by examining 3 randomly selected oranges drawn without replacement. If all the 3 oranges are good, the box is approved for sale. Otherwise, it is rejected. Find the probability that a box containing 15 oranges, out of which 12 are good and 3 are bad ones, will be approved for sale. So let us see how to solve this question. First of all, the required probability is equal to first is good into second is also good into third is also good, right? So into mean next, and, right? We can say intersection, right? So we are applying intersection meaning into here. This is equal to first is good. How many good oranges are there? 12 out of 15 into. Now good oranges they are left only 11. Total we are left with 14. Thereafter we are going to select the third good orange. We are left with 10 good oranges and total 13 oranges. So multiplying this is the required probability that the box will be approved for sale. Here we can solve this. 5 2s are 10, 5 3s are 15, 3 1s are 3, 3 4s are 12. So finally 2 2s are 4, 7 2s are 14. So next we have 2 into 2 4, 11 into 4 44, divide 91, 44 upon 91, 44 upon 91 is the required probability. Next question, question number 4. A fair coin and an unbiased die are tossed. Let A be the event head appears on the coin, B be the event 3 on the die, check whether A and B are independent events or not. Here fair coin mean there is no problem in the coin. Coin is very much fair, equal chances of appearing head as well as that of tail. Similarly, unbiased die mean the die is also fair. There is equal chance of appearing either 1 or 2 or 3, 5, 4, 5, 6. Six faces are there. Equal chances of appearing each face. Right? So now we discuss here the first case. What is event A? Event A mean sample space. What is the sample space? When one fair coin and one unbiased die are rolled together, then what are the possible outcomes? With one, either head will appear or tail will appear. With two, either head will appear or tail appears. 3H, 3T, 4H, 4T, 5H, 5T, similarly 6H, 6T. So this is the all these outcomes, they are collected inside the curly bracket. This is the sample space to say. Now what is A? A mean be the event head appears on the coin. So we have 1H, 2H, 3H, 4H, 5H, 6H. All these outcomes together, they are the members of set A. What is event B? B is the event 3 on the die. That is, B contains elements 3H or 3T. Right? Now let us discuss what is whether A and B are independent or not. What is A intersection B? First of all, the A intersection B, of course, we have 3H. Right? So here what we can say about probability of A? Probability of A, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 outcomes out of 12. Similarly, here we have what is the probability of B? How many outcomes are there in B? There are 2 out of 12. Right? In case of A intersection B, probability of A intersection B, we have only one outcome, one favorable event outcome out of total in the sample space. They are 12. Now let us see whether A and B are independent or not. What we can do here, if probability of A intersection B is equal to probability of A into probability of B, then we say that two events A and B are independent. Now what is probability of A intersection B? This is 1 upon 12 is equal to what is probability of A? 6 upon 12 into 2 upon 12, 2 upon 12. Right? So we can say that this is 6 into 2, 12. Cancelled. So 1 upon 12 is equal to 1 upon 12. So of course the result is true. Left hand side is equal to right hand side. So we can say the event A and B are independent events. Our next question is question number 5. A die marked 1, 2, 3 in red ink and 4, 5, 6 in green is tossed. Let A be the event the number is even. B be the event the number is red. Are A and B independent events? So let us see whether they are independent or not. Right? First of all, sample space. What is sample space? sample space contains the elements, first of all 1, 2, 3, they are in red ink. 1, 2, 3, they are in red ink. Thereafter 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, they are in green ink. Right? Now what is the next? What is A event? A is the event, the number is even. So number is even. First number is 2, which is even, and second we have 4, next we have 6. These are the possible outcomes in A. Similarly, what is event B? B, this contains red, the number is red, that means 1, 2, 3. This way we have the outcomes, possible outcomes in B. Similarly, we can find what is A intersection B. So here we have 2. 2 is the only element, only outcomes in A intersection B. So from this, what we can say, we have here now what is probability of A. This is equal to 3 outcomes. Favorable cases, they are 3, and in the sample space we have total 6 outcomes. What is probability of B? We have again 3 elements, 3 favorable chances out of, in the sample space, 6. Likewise, probability of A intersection B, that is equal to only 1 favorable case out of 6 outcomes in sample space. Now let us check the product. Now what is the product? Probability of A into probability of B, that is equal to 3 upon 6 into 3 upon 6. So result is 1 upon 2, 1 upon 2, which is equal to 1 upon 4. Right? So we concluded here, because probability of A intersection B is not equal to probability of A into probability of B. So A and B are not independent events. This is the result. Question number 6. Let E and F be the events with probability of E equal to 3 upon 5, probability of F equal to 3 upon 10, probability of E intersection F equal to 1 upon 5. Are E and F independent? So E and F are independent if probability of E intersection F is equal to probability of E into probability of F. That is, E intersection F, probability is 1 upon 5, is equal to probability of E is 3 upon 5 into 3 upon 10. So finally we have 1 upon 5 is equal to 9 upon 50. So this is not true, this is false. So not independent. E and F are not independent. Question number 7. If given that the events A and B are such that probability of A is equal to 1 upon 2, probability of B is equal to A union B is equal to 3 upon 5, and probability of B is equal to P. Find P if they are, number 1, mutually exclusive. Mutually exclusive mean probability of A intersection B is equal to 0. Right? So here we apply the formula from sets theory. The same rule is here. Probability of A union B can be written as probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. So here applying the values, 3 upon 5 is equal to A is 1 upon 2 plus B is P minus A intersection B. In this case we have 0. So from here we can say P is equal to 3 upon 5 minus 1 upon 2, that is equal to 3 into 2 6 minus 5 upon 10 becomes 1 upon 10 is the required value for the P. Okay, similarly we have the second part, the same question. Given that A and B are events such as these conditions, find P if they are independent. If A and B are independent. A and B are independent, it means that probability of A intersection B is equal to probability of A into probability of B. Right? So what we can say, applying same rule, probability of A union B is equal to probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. Because A intersection B, this is equal to this, so we say this is equal to probability of A into probability of B. Right? So applying the values now, the value of probability of A union B, that is equal to 3 upon 5 equal to probability of A is given 1 upon 2 plus B, that is P, minus 1 upon 2 into P. So this way we are going to calculate this now. Finally we shall have the result, 3 upon 5 is equal to minus 1 upon 2 is equal to P minus P upon 2. That means 3 into 2 6, 6 minus 5, 1 upon 10 is equal to P minus P by 2, P by 2. That means P is equal to 1 upon 5 is the required value of P for this case. Question number 8. Let A and B be independent events with probability of A is equal to 0.3, probability of B is equal to 0.4. Find number 1, probability of A intersection B. Because A and B are independent events, so we can say probability of A intersection B is equal to probability of A into probability of B. The respective values are A is 0.3 into probability of B is 0.4. So finally we have 3 into 4 12, 0.12 is the required answer of part number 1. Now second part, find probability of A union B. We apply the rule, probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. So here what we have, this is equal to, what is probability of A? This is 0.3 plus probability of B is 0.4 minus A intersection B, the value is 0.12. So we solve this plus sum is 0.7 minus 0.12. So what is the conclusion? 0.70 minus 0.12, 8, 6, 6, 5, 0.58, 58 is the result for second part. Now third part, what is conditional probability of A given that B has already occurred? So here we have probability of A intersection B divide probability of B, right? So this way, but we know that because A and B are independent events, so we can say conditional probability of A given that B has already occurred will be equal to probability of A. So we can erase this. The direct result is probability of A. So what is probability of A? Answer is 0.3. Similarly, we have the fourth part. What is conditional probability of B given that A has already occurred? Because A and B are independent events, so conditional probability of B given that A has already occurred is equal to probability of B. So this will be equal to, because A does not affect the probability of B. Okay, so what is probability of B? This is 0.4. So this is the final answer. Question number 9. If A and B are two events such that probability of A is equal to 1 by 4, probability of B equal to 1 by 2, and probability of A intersection B is equal to 1 by 8, find the probability note A and note B. So in mathematics, symbolically we can write this. Probability of note A mean A bar, intersection and mean intersection, note B mean B conjugate. This way, symbolically we can write this way. Now let us see whether A and B two events are independent or not. A and B are independent. Because probability of A intersection B is equal to probability of A into probability of B. Here we can check. A intersection B probability is 1 by 8 is equal to probability of A is 1 by 4 into probability B is 1 by 2. So this way conclusion is that the two events A and B are independent. If two events A and B are independent, then same rule will be followed here. So this will be equal to probability of note A into probability of note B. That means A and B are independent, then we can say probability of A into probability of B. Similarly, probability of A note A conjugate, note A intersection note B is equal to probability of note A into note B. Right? Now, what is the probability of note A? We can write this as 1 minus probability of A into, similarly, what is the meaning of probability note B? This means 1 minus probability of B. So finally we have 1 minus probability of A is 1 by 4 into 1 minus probability of B is 1 by 2. So this way 4 minus 1 3 by 4 into 2 minus 1 1 by 2. So finally 3 by 8 is the final answer, that is probability of note A and note B. Now let us see what is there in question number 10. Events A and B are such that probability of A is equal to 1 by 2, probability of B is equal to 7 upon 12, and probability of note A or note B is equal to 1 by 4. State whether A and B are independent. So first of all, what is probability of note A or note B? This is equal to 1 by 4. Symbolically, we can write them. Probability of A bar or mean union B bar is equal to 1 by 4. If we suppose let A and B are independent. So we can say probability of A intersection B is equal to probability of A into probability of B. This should be satisfied if A and B are independent. So but here what we are going to do, we are just solving this equation. So we apply the rule. This means probability of A bar plus probability of B bar minus probability of A bar intersection B bar is equal to 1 by 4, right? So here this means what we can say, this means 1 minus probability of A plus this means 1 minus probability of B minus, we can apply De Morgan's law here. So De Morgan's law says probability of A union B whole bar is equal to 1 by 4, right? So again we substitute the values. 1 minus probability of A is 1 by 2 plus 1 minus probability of B is 7 upon 12 minus, again we apply the rule, 1 minus probability of A union B, right? This is equal to 1 by 4. Now as we have supposed A and B to be independent, so conclusion is probability of A bar intersection B bar not A not B is equal to probability of not A into probability of not B. This condition we can follow. So here also we follow the same thing. Probability of not A into probability of not B is equal to 1 by 4. So next line becomes 1 minus 1 by 2 into 1 minus 7 upon 12 is equal to 1 upon 4. So finally the equation becomes 1 by 2 plus 12 minus 7, 5 upon 12 minus 1 by 2 into 5 upon 12 is equal to 1 by 4. We are going to check this now, whether left hand side is equal to right hand side or not. This becomes 12 into 2 is the LCM 24. So 12 plus 10. 12 plus 10 is 22. Minus here this is minus 5. Divide 12 into 2, 24 is equal to 1 by 4. Let us check. 22 minus 5, that is equal to 17. Divide 24 is equal to 1 by 4. Now what will you say about this? Whether this is true or not? No, this is false. Why this is false? This happened because we suppose that A and B are independent. That is contradiction. We supposed wrongly. So what we should say here, A and B are not independent. They are not independent events, right? Next question, question number 11, very easy question. Given two independent events A and B such that probability of A is equal to 0.3, probability of B is equal to 0.6. Find first part, probability of A and B. So what is the meaning of probability of A and B? This means probability of A intersection B and mean intersection. Now what we know, because these two events are independent, so this is equal to probability of A into probability of B. That is, we can say, what is probability of A? This is 0.3 into what is probability of B? 0.6. So finally we have 6 into 3 18, 0.18 is the probability of A and B. Next part, what is probability of A and not B? Again symbolically we write this as probability of A intersection not B mean B bar, because A and B are independent events. So again we can write this as probability of A into probability of B bar, right? So next we have this is equal to probability of A into probability B bar not B mean 1 minus probability of B. So this becomes, what is probability of A? This is 0.3 into 1 minus 0.6. So we have 0.3 into 0.4. So 0.3 into 0.4. So this becomes 0.12 is the required probability for second part. Now coming to third part, we have, this is about what is probability of A or B. So we write this as probability of A or mean union B is equal to, next we can write this as probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B, right? Now what happens, A and B are independent events, so we can write in the next step probability of A plus probability of B. In place of this we write probability of A into probability of B. So now substituting the values, 0.3 plus 0.6 minus 0.3 into 0.6. So this becomes 3 plus 6 is 9, 0.9 minus 0.6 into 3, 18. So what is the answer? 2, 7, 0.72 is the required probability for third part. Now next part, what is the probability of neither A nor B? Symbolically we write it as probability of not A intersection not B. So that means probability of not A into probability of not B. Why? Because A and B are two independent events. So again we write this as 1 minus probability of A into 1 minus probability of B, right? So this becomes 1 minus, what is probability of A? This is 0.3 into 1 minus probability of B is 1 minus 0.6, right? Now solving further, 1 minus 0.3 means 0.7 into 0.4, 0.28 is the required probability. Question number 12. A die is tossed thrice, 3 times. Find the probability of getting an odd number at least once. So, firstly, what should be the sample space? Sample space, I think in set builder form we can write this x comma y comma z, such that x comma y comma z all they belongs to 1 comma 2 3 4 5 or 6, because these are the numbers on the die. Each face of the die they bears out of these 6 numbers, right? Now what happens, let E be the event, to say find the probability of getting an odd number at least one. an odd number x such that x belongs to an odd number at least once, right? So what is e bar? This is x, this is x such that x y z such that x comma y comma z, they all belongs to even number, no odd number. What are even numbers? 2, 4, 6. So this way what we can say, e is the event, an odd number at least one. So e bar is the number on the die, all are even numbers. So what we say, what is, how many elements are there? Number of elements of in e bar, they are 6. Here we have 3 variables and they can take only 3 values. 3 raised to power 3, 3 3s are 9, 9 3s are 27. And how many elements are there in sample space? There are 3 variable, 6 faces, and each face bears 3 numbers. 6 into 6 into 6, 216. So this way what we can say here, therefore probability of e, that is probability of an odd number at least once, is equal to 1 minus probability of all the time we have even number, not even a single time we get odd. So e bar, right? So we substitute the value 1 minus e bar, that is equal to 27 favorable outcomes out of 216. So solving this, we have, this is equal to 216 minus 27 divide 216, which is equal to 189 divide 216, right? So again we can say, what is 189? 189 mean 7 into 27. 216 mean 8 into 27. 27 cancelled, 7 upon 8 is the final answer. This is the final probability of the e. What is e? An odd number at least once on throwing a die 3 times. Question number 13. 2 balls are drawn at random with replacement from a box containing 10 black and 8 red balls. Find the probability that, number 1, both balls are red. So this means first ball is red, intersection, second ball is also red, right? So this can be written as first red ball, probability of red ball, then second red ball. Given that first red one with replacement, so with replacement, right? So what we can say here now, we just write right hand side, right? So answer will be first red. How many red are there? 8 red balls are there. And how many total balls are there, they are 10 plus 8, 18. Again second ball is to be drawn, so 8 upon 18. That means this way we can cancel 4 upon 9 into 4 upon 9. 16 upon 81 is the answer. Second part, first ball is black and second is red. That means first time red ball, then second ball is black. How many red balls are there? 8 out of 18 into how many black balls are there? They are 10 out of 18. So we have 4 upon 9 into 5 upon 9, right? So calculating this, 5 into 4, 20 upon 81. Last part, third part, one of them is black and other is red. The meaning of this is, first is black into second red, or first is red and second is black. So first is black, how many black are they? 10 out of 18 into second is red, red are 8 balls are red out of 18, or mean plus, first is red, red mean 8 upon 18 into second is black, black balls are 10 out of 18. So this means we have calculated this 20 upon 81 plus 20 upon 81, that is 40 upon 81 is the answer. Question number 14. Probability of solving a specific problem independently by A and B are 1 by 2 and 1 by 3. This means probability of A is equal to 1 by 2, comma probability of B is equal to 1 by 3. Because they are independently solving, so we can say probability of A intersection B is equal to probability of A into probability of B. So that means 1 by 2 into 1 by 3 is equal to 1 by 6. So this is given in the statement. If both try to solve the problem independently, find the probability that, first part, the problem is solved. The problem is solved. It means either A solves the problem, or mean union, or B solves the problem. We apply the rule. What is the rule? This can be written as probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. Right? So the meaning is, what is probability of A? This is 1 by 2. Probability of B is 1 by 3 minus probability of A intersection B is 1 by 6. So finally 6 is the LCM. So this is 3 plus 2 minus 1, which is equal to 3 plus 2 5, 5 minus 1 4 upon 6, that is 2 upon 3 is the probability that the problem is solved. Next part, exactly one of them solves the problem. It means either P solves the problem, or either A solves the problem, then B does not solve the problem, or if A does not solve the problem, only B solves the problem, right? So here we apply the same thing. What is the same thing? Because A and B are independent events, so we can write them as equal to probability of A into probability of B bar, or mean plus probability of A bar into probability of B. Right? Now what is probability of A bar? This is equal to 1 minus probability of A. Right? So that is equal to 1 minus probability of A is 1 by 2, which is equal to 1 by 2, right? Similarly, we can find the value of probability of B bar, note B, that is equal to 1 minus probability of B, that is equal to 1 minus probability of B is 1 by 3. This is equal to 2 by 3. So we apply these values now. We have, what is probability of A? This is 1 by 2 into note B mean 2 by 3 plus note A mean 1 by 2 into probability of B mean 1 by 3, right? So this becomes 2 by 3 into 2, 6 plus 1 by 6. 2 plus 1, 3 by 6. That is equal to 1 by 2 is the required probability. Question number 15. One card is drawn at random from a well shuffled deck of 52 cards. In which of the following cases are the events E and F independent? First part. What is E? E is the event the card drawn is a spade. F is the event the card drawn is an ace. So here we need to find what is E intersection F. E intersection F is the event, the combination of the two, common of the two, that is the card drawn is an ace of a spade. Ace of a spade, right? So what we can say here, probability of E, how many spade cards are there out of 52 cards? Spade cards, they are 13. Similarly, how many ace cards are there? Ace cards, we have only 4 ace cards out of 52. Now how many ace cards of spade are there? So we have probability of E intersection F equal to 1 out of 52. Now let us see E and F. Probability of E intersection F is equal to probability of E into probability of F. Let us check whether this is true or not. What is intersection? This is 1 upon 52 is equal to, what is E? 13 upon 52 into 4 upon 52, right? So this can be written as 1 upon 13, 13 cancelled, right? So 1 upon 52 is equal to 1 upon 52, because we can write probability of E intersection F is equal to probability of E into probability of F. So in this first part, E and F are independent events. Now coming to second part, E is the event the card drawn is black. F is the event the card drawn is a king. So what is E intersection F? Black king. The card drawn is black king. So here we find what is probability of E. That is how many black cards are there? Total 26 black cards are there out of 52 cards. The card drawn is a king. How many king cards are there? They are 4 out of 52. So now again, what is probability of E intersection F? This is equal to black king, only one, how many? 2. 2 black kings are there out of 52 cards. Now let us check whether this is true or not. Probability of E intersection F is equal to probability of E into probability of F. This is equal to, E is 26 upon 52 into 4 upon 52. this is 13, 13 into 2, so 2 upon 52. So we see that probability of E intersection F is equal to probability of E into probability of F. So here in second part, E and F are independent events. Now coming to third part, E is the event the card drawn is a king or queen. F is the event the card drawn is a queen or jack. So what is E intersection F? Of course this is a queen. The card drawn is a queen card. Now the respective probability of E is equal to how many king cards are there? 4, or queen plus 4, 4 plus 4, 8 cards out of 52 cards. Here what is probability of F? Queen or jack. How many queen cards are there? 4. How many jack cards are there? They are also 4. 4 plus 4, 8 upon 52. Now here how many queen cards are there? Queen, they are E intersection F, that is equal to only 4 queen cards are there out of 52 cards, right? Now let us see probability of E intersection F is equal to probability of E into probability of F is satisfied or not. What is this? This is 8 upon 52 into 8 upon 52. This can be written as 4 2s are 8, 13. 4 2s are 8, 13. So 2 into 2, 4 upon 13 into 13, 169. So this is not true. That is, we cannot say this is probability of E intersection F is not equal to probability of E into probability of F. So E and F are not independent events. Question number 16 now we have. In a hostel, 60% of the students read Hindi newspaper, 40% read English newspaper, and 20% read both Hindi and English newspaper. A student is selected at random. First part, A part, find the probability that she reads neither Hindi nor English newspaper. So what is the meaning of this? We have to find probability of A, not A, and not B. Hindi mean H, English mean E. So this means probability of H union E, not mean whole bar. So we can write this as 1 minus probability of H union E. So this can be written as 1 minus probability of H plus probability of E minus probability of H intersection E. So this is equal to 1 minus, what is probability of H? 60% read newspaper, 60%, plus 40% read English, 40%, minus 20% read both, 20%. So this becomes 1 minus 60 plus 40, 100. 100 minus 20, 80%. 80% mean 80 upon 100. That means 100 minus 80, 20% is the answer to find first part. We can convert this 20 upon 100, that means 1 upon 5 is the probability. B part we have, if she reads Hindi newspaper, find the probability that she reads English newspaper. So symbolically, what is the meaning of this? First of all, we are writing that we can say if she reads, it means this is given. Find the probability mean E. Find the probability that she reads English newspaper given that she reads Hindi newspaper. Okay, this is the way how we can write. Find the probability of E given that H has already occurred. So we write this as probability of E intersection H divide probability of H. So what is probability of H? This is 20%, read both. 20% divide. What is probability of H? H means 60%. Solving this we have 20 upon 60. That means 1 upon 3 is the answer. Last part. If she reads English newspaper, find the probability that she reads Hindi newspaper. Again, what is the way symbolically how we can write this? What is the probability of Hindi given that she reads English newspaper? That is equal to probability of H intersection E divided by probability of E. What is for both? 20%. Divide E English 40%. That means 20 upon 40, 1 upon 2 is the required probability. That's all. Thank you very much.